Hello and welcome to King Kong vs. Godzilla. I'm Alex.
I'm Harley.
I'm Kaiju X.
I'm Nagoda.
And I hope to God I have this out on August 11th for the 60th anniversary.
Oh, lordy.
I will say it is important to note that we are watching the Japanese cut of the movie.
And not the bad version that was made in 2021, the good version.
Yeah, we're not watching the HD remake.
Yeah, I know that just went about as well as Silent Hill HD.
Oh, here's GVR making a cameo. Shut up, that movie was good.
I mean, it's still fine, but you know.
Yeah, it's fine.
But of course, clearly, we were really talking about the 1963 version, right? That one.
Oh, the 3D version of this movie. Wait.
But yeah, no, this is King Kong vs. Godzilla Japanese version, so make sure you have that one queued up. Woo! But
yes, this isn't the one where Godzilla has a brain the size of a pea. Remember that, or monkey brains.
That is important. The real question is, though, how smart are they?
And thank God this movie isn't invaded by white people.
Yes,
except for that one scene.
Yes.
I cannot think of I know the original Godzilla music is pretty good. I think this opening theme is iconic.
Yes. Oh,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, the original Ifukube track is the movie itself is somewhat goofy and comedic, but the soundtrack for this is actually kind of an epic. It's so much better than it has any right to be.
Find it hilarious how in this version the spinning earth is obviously a bad effect for a TV studio, but in the American dub they try to make it this larger than life sort of thing.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Didn't they swap the entire soundtrack for the American version too with
Wolfman,
music?
Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon.
And Deer Hunter, I think was the name of the movie.
I think so, yeah.
I think they also used footage from Mysterians or something too. Huh?
At some points, yeah.
Wait a minute. Are we talking about global warming?
In the 60s?
Godzilla's getting political? God damn it.
I find it disappointing how the American version cut out the vast majority of the TV studio and the pharmaceutical stuff. That's some of the more interesting stuff in the movie.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it is an American cut. They didn't expect Americans to have brains back in the 60s, so it kind of makes sense. Guess some things
white people are stupid.
Yes.
Yeah.
They've been that way since the beginning of America. Anyway.
I love how this is an actual pharmaceutical department, and they just kind of act more like a news team.
Right.
I don't think Honda did his research.
Or maybe he was being satirical. I don't know. It's hard to say.
Also, this transfer isn't very good. Thanks, Toho.
I know, right? It's funny because apparently, shortly after the Criterion release came out, stinking there was a 4K transfer of King Kong versus Godzilla that went live on TV in Japan.
Yeah, I think it's one of two of the Showa movies that have 4K transfers at that time.
Right.
So it's thanks, Toho.
You really screwed Criterion on that one. And it's probably because the transfer was not the greatest and couldn't really be salvaged. Was probably because of maybe that's why it was thrown the supplementary, just because it wasn't not that great of a transfer, which I you can't blame Criterion for that. That's Toho. That's Toho to be blamed for.
Oh shit, here's the white people.
Oh no, not even 5 minutes and we get invaded by the white devils.
Don't worry, they all die.
Hey, spoilers!
In the Japanese version, the submarine stuff is broken up, but in the American version, it's all one continuous scene.
Oh yeah, that's right. I kind of like that in the American version, actually. Just a nice, long, continuous scene of everything in the submarine. It just kind of like leads right into the emergence of Godzilla.
Yeah, it kind of feels there's more tension to it when it was more continuous. That's like the one thing I'll give it.
I think there are a couple of small things we could give the American re-edit, but it's like, we'll just kind of recall it as we go along. And
in terms of major stuff, I think that's the big one.
I just want to point out that even though Godzilla in universe has been gone for like almost 10 years, I think.
7 years.
7 years. No one actually bothered to remember what iceberg he was trapped in. They didn't keep a tab on him.
I don't even think it was an iceberg. It was an island.
It was like some kind of island that I think it was like, it was some kind of island in Raids Again.
He got buried in ice, though.
He got buried in ice, and apparently that ice got into the ocean. Also, one thing that I like about the Japanese version, they explain why this guy can suddenly play the drums.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I remember for the longest time, I was like wondering, what the hell? Why?
Yeah, you're right. That didn't even occur to me.
Because in this version, they show him like, he plays the drums for the commercials when they need him. In the American version, he just plays the drums.
Right. Just because it was like, plot progression, drums.
Yeah, because I think because they say he's supposed to be a cameraman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He found the weed.
Exactly. The South Sea weed.
You guys see those guys playing with the tree back there?
Oh, yeah.
They're pretty cool.
They're filling out the sakura tree.
All right. For the drinking game, every time a Summerberry shows up, take a sip.
Heck, I think in the American cut, this was the very first scene with those characters.
You're probably right.
So.
I think it is.
Yeah, it just shows how much they cut out for the United Nations broadcast team or whatever the hell they were called.
Oh my god, that was so boring.
Yep.
Like Eric Carter.
All right.
The most man with dinosaur book.
Right.
And two other people.
Right. Oh Lord. But yeah, forget whatchamacallit though. Actually, a little fun fact I didn't know until I was looking at the Wikizilla just before this. Apparently they give Mr. Taco a surname. Or like not a surname, a first name.
Really?
Yoshio. Whereas in the Japanese version, he's just referred to as Mr. Taco. So there were a couple other name changes too, but that's just kind of the one that stuck with me. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
That's ridiculous. Kaiju don't exist.
Godzilla Raids Again? What's that?
Rodan? Mysterians? Varan? Oh, yeah, that one didn't happen.
I like that it seems like he's only agreeing with us because of the coin flip.
Yeah. It's how the man operates. It's either you do or you don't.
I love how this is literally just like a media war between two giant pharmacy companies.
Oh yeah, for sure. That kind of helps create some kind of like a compelling human element. I'd say it's what makes the Japanese version kind of fun. It's like making fun of like the media.
I want to say this because you actually brought this out. This reminds me of a movie I watched recently, Giants and Toys, where it's like three different companies having kind of like a media war with each other, like trying to promote their products. It's sort of like this version, except without the monsters.
Yeah.
It's a very good satirization of cutthroat business politics post World War II. I highly recommend it.
When did the movie come out?
I think it was 50. I think it was 58. I want to say that.
Dang. All right.
It's on Blu-ray by Arrow Video.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. I think you guys would enjoy it. Basically this without the kaiju.
Yeah. Interesting.
I just want to point out that this guy, like, he was like, "Where's my dinner, woman?" And then he comes down to find that she's been like making out with this guy.
Yeah, because
I think that's his sister, right?
Yeah, no, that's a sister.
Yeah.
Well, he's just jealous.
Look at that Chad, just suspending himself. Look at him.
What are you, Tarzan?
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, that's right. That was a line.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll give the American cut that Tarzan.
That's a fun little thing.
Yeah.
They're gonna wait. So there's the use for that string is for ships.
That makes sense.
Right, because it's some kind of like flexible industry,
Like fishing string.
like some kind of like. Oh god!
If I understand what it's supposed to be, it's either supposed to help with like fishing nets or something, or it's like
towing ships even.
Yeah, like it's supposed to have with rigging and stuff like that. It's like for ship purposes, rough environments.
Yeah.
Now, Kaiju X, that steak metaphor, is a metaphor for the other guy having a bigger dick.
I knew that one right away. I didn't want to say it, but I knew that.
So yeah, this guy, she's engaged to him.
Yep.
Steak and fries.
You don't say.
Steak and fries. I mean, it doesn't. I mean, if they didn't say, you probably wouldn't guess they were actually like engaged, not just dating.
Right. Oh yeah. One other fun fact about the glowing iceberg. I do believe that's actually part of a real, there was some kind of real connection to radiation.
Yes. No. Yes, there is.
The,
I believe they even mention it by name.
Yeah, the Cherenkov.
Yeah, Cherenkov radiation.
Yeah. So it's like, hey, it's like a little bit of that like weird, or just keeping that nuclear theme going.
I love how they almost a fucking crash. By the way,
how do you do that?
Did you guys
Who
see
wasn't
that?
paying attention?
Did you guys see that?
What happened?
The transfer was terrible for a second, and then went to bad. Like it was like really terrible.
Oh yeah,
I wasn't paying attention to that. Oh, well.
Like some parts of the one I'm watching, the quality gets really bad, and then it suddenly cuts to really good.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's that's definitely the Criterion cut you're watching then. Because
Yep, it's really bad.
Yep.
Well, heck, I think I've been even watching like some of the stuff around here, like other, I guess, prints of it, or like Carly linked it to Internet Archive, or like the one that's on YouTube.
Yeah, no,
it still looks pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one's just always aged terribly, except for the 4K version.
Yeah, I think like most cuts of the film are going to look pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's another thing I just realized. They actually explain the guy who with the string thing actually goes on a boat instead of him just suddenly
Hearing.
Oh, he's on a trip and Godzilla's in his way.
Oh yeah.
Was the Shinsei Maru kind of a nod to the original ship in like the first ship we see in Godzilla? What's it called? The Kobe something Maru?
No. Maru is just kind of a common name you give to ships in Japan. Like,
oh, okay.
Glory Maru. Like anytime you have that Maru suffix, it's usually just to address the fact that it's a boat.
Yeah, I think I just realized something. I think in the American cut, Kong is shown first, but in this version, Godzilla is shown first.
Oh yeah, you're totally right.
That damn American bias.
Mm-hmm. It's not like the movie's called King Kong versus Godzilla or anything. No, this one should be Godzilla versus King Kong.
Ew.
Oh, look, it's the GOP.
It's what?
The GOP.
No, what he said. He said he's clamming.
Probably the only white people you should listen to are the ones who are in this chat.
That's fair.
even that's debatable.
Huh. That's another thing different. What they say in the like what gets damaged.
Oh yeah.
Because like in the American one, they just say like, "Oh, we're getting holes and stuff," but in this one, they're like they start with the nuclear fuel has been damaged.
Ooh.
I can't imagine being the poor extra that had to climb on a ladder and just have water dumped on you. It was probably
Uh-huh.
freezing.
Right. Oh my goodness. I always like this effect on the fire on the roof. That always looks
Oh
really
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the GOP claims to not be gay, but in times of when they're about to die, they're all holding each other.
good. Yeah.
I like that you hear Godzilla's music and you hear the roar, but you don't see him.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. That's great.
Yeah, I love how in both cuts they just build him up.
Mhm. Yeah, it's handled differently, but I think both have different results.
Yeah.
So, especially considering that we haven't gotten to King Kong, or we're getting to him, but like the fact that he hasn't been like formally shown yet, I think is the best way to do it with the way this movie's paced. And yeah, I think the other version, like the American version, again, if memory serves, it's like that works for the reason it works.
And here comes like a really problematic version
Yeah, I was
thing in
gonna
this movie.
say here's part that's like terribly aged in this whole movie.
Yeah, here's the super racist part.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's yeah. It's like I'm not good. Like I still can't like I'm not condoning the practice, but it's still kind of like I like I don't think that's like yeah, I would say the most like is it weird for me to say the most distracting one is the translator, him, the guy.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I think I want to say I don't want to say it's the most obvious, but it's probably because he gets the most focus. That's why we're thinking it's the worst.
Yeah, because Toho has a rather bad history of doing this.
Right, which
Didn't they do
yeah.
that with Half Human or something, or like
Y-
what was the
there was-
exact case with that?
Oh, I
Like they
just
made them look. They made the people they based the village off of and half human, and they made them savages.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did this. They did the same thing for this movie, though.
Well, I mean, I think to be fair, at least the humans here, at least the natives here, aren't like savages. They're just like it's like don't get me wrong, the primitive element is still somewhat like I know that's a King Kong thing. Don't get me wrong.
That's a very aged King Kong thing, though.
It is. It is.
Kaiju X, the kid demanded a cigarette. I'm pretty sure they intended them to be savages.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, spoilers from the movie, but they're like, they freak out about a radio.
Right. So it's still very like like even when this movie came out, it was a very aged sort of mentality. So it's like again, I do understand it's a King Kong thing. It's still kind of yeah.
They actually have a process for making the soma juice.
Yeah.
It isn't just crushed berries. They actually like distill it in heat and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
It's possible then that there's like some kind of fermenting process to actually make it alcoholic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be like a sleeping aid as well.
Yes.
I'm almost
yeah.
I'm almost it's like a sedative. It's like a sedative, and then it's like you can get like incredibly drunk.
Mhm. Fun fact: the Barrow Island Chief here is actually the same actor who plays the Infant Island Chief in Mothra vs. Godzilla.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Infant Island kicked him out.
He's just so old in that movie.
With that beard.
Yeah, I think that translator guy's problematic in general.
Because I think that translator guy was played by I forget what character. I know I've seen him in other
He gets killed in Zone Fighter.
Wait, really?
Yeah, he
he was in
does.
one of the episodes.
Oh.
He goes fishing at a dam, and that Garoga kill him.
So, out of curiosity, is the quote unquote pharaoh just like really broken English?
Don't
Because
think
that's what
so.
because the chief kind of screams in English, quote unquote English.
Oh yeah, and I think he goes to get that guy's hat in Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster.
Yes, yeah.
Oh yeah, he does.
Oh, that's another one we should do sometime.
For sure.
I'm surprised they got signal.
You guys notice that weird cut?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I've always noticed that weird cut. I guess it just must have
Uh,
taken multiple times to do it.
Also, Nagoda, a radio works a bit differently compared to other things with Wi-Fi. Like a radio will pretty much work anywhere. So it's like kind of ironic that like we've evolved our technology, but we rely so much on signals.
Wow, these natives know how to smoke immediately.
Yeah.
You know what sucks? Bacon isn't here, so I can't tell him how things worked back in the day.
Mm.
You see, Bacon, a radio.
Some of them are smoking the cigarettes backwards.
Yeah,
And how
give
do
it
you
to-
know this, Nagoda?
Oh wow, I never noticed that. Like they're connecting cigarettes back there to use the heat. Oh wow.
Hold on. How do you know this, Nagoda? Huh? Do I have to get you a whole carton of cigarettes?
You can blame Kaiju X.
I gave him a cigar.
And thus a whole population got addicted.
I mean, since they know how to use it already, I'm assuming like colonists came and bribed them with it before.
It's either that or they just have their own tobacco.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's the
I
thing.
mean-
It's from their initial reaction to the cigarettes, they didn't know what it was. So I think they're basically the first visitors.
Who
Yeah,
the
those
fuck
major
is
ones.
smoking?
That professor was looking for special herbs, remember?
Mhm.
So
I'm talking about like major, like
Yeah.
giving them
Mhm.
not just one guy who may have given one of them a cigarette.
Is that girl just twerking?
I don't think so, but
No, like that one.
I know so. Oh yeah, it's his corns acting up.
oh yeah. Oh, the corns I always thought was a funny little thing from the
Oh, yeah.
other funny thing from the American version.
Oh no, I always like that line.
Why was up with corns? Why select corns? Also King Kong.
Kaiju X, I think it's a metaphor for his dick being smaller than the other guys.
King Caesar?
Well, it is right there. Mmm. Mmm.
I do like that when they hear cons roar, they go, "Oh fuck!"
All right. It's like, oh, let's join.
That woman's pathetic. She's taken forever to eat a sandwich when Nagoda would have eaten it in 5 seconds. And look, another scene that got cut from the American version that was totally important. Or totally not important.
Right.
What you're saying is they should have been lesbians.
Yes.
Well, I mean, yeah, that would have been good. Would have been progressive. Oh, look, it's the Red Bamboo Commander.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Toho just loves reusing actors. They have like 10 actors on call for Godzilla movies.
Hell yeah, why wouldn't you?
And it seems like Shin is practicing that tradition.
It's fair. It sounds like it's
Yep.
good payday.
Right. I'm kind of glad for that. Like weirdly enough, I am kind of happy that it's like I know I think at least in the case of Shin, it's more so maybe just a legal way to get around the fact that it's like because I think whatchamacallit in the Shin Ultraman guidebook, like they like very purposefully the Akasaka character from Shin Godzilla, who was like the mentor to Ranch Dressing, as Alex refers to him as, uh like was brought back in Shin Ultraman to keep some kind of continuity together. But in Shin Ultraman, he's just called the government man.
I would not be surprised at all though if Anno did that on purpose, like
Oh, for sure.
keeping the same actors but in different roles as a
Yeah,
nod.
like different character sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, consider that Anno was also working with technically like a weird mixing of different properties based on what we know. Like yeah, maybe it's just like the same actors not playing the same characters, but could totally be the same characters, sort of thing. Maybe we'll just see what Shin Kamen Rider does because I know the professor from Shin Godzilla is in that one. So
Oh boy,
and it's
here he is.
Godzilla.
Here he is. He's breaking free.
Anyone find it weird how white people say Gojira?
Yeah, it's kind of
That is kind of yeah.
but it's like I mean, to be fair, it's Americans in a Japanese movie. It's like yeah, they're going to pronounce it the Japanese way.
I know, but we only say Gojira for like the movie, not when we actually see the monster.
Mm-hmm.
We say Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
They say Gojira.
Right.
Also, I love that smash cut. Like, as soon as I say it's Godzilla, it smash cuts to him attacking the base.
Yeah.
As opposed to the American version where Eric Carter has to fucking explain it to us. Like,
I do like that they immediately recognize Godzilla when they see it's him properly, though. There's like zero hesitation of the. I think it really sells that even though Godzilla only attacked Japan, the entire world is afraid of him. Because like these two like just random American pilots go like they react like it's like death waking up.
Right. And yeah,
I mean, it basically is.
Yeah.
It's like even if Godzilla's more comedic here, he's still presented as the threat.
Oh yeah, they don't. It's basically like with Friday the 13th Part 6. It's treated as a more comical movie, like this movie is, but Godzilla and Jason are still presented as seriously as possible.
And I actually think that helps heighten the movie, and it kind of helps heighten the comedy.
Yeah.
Because like this wacky rom-com is going on while this tragedy is unfolding.
Awakens again.
I love this suit, by the way, for Godzilla. It's so
good. Hell yeah. Good. Yeah, no, 62 suit, man. 62 Stan.
And I love how they actually acknowledge continuity, unlike the American version where they just said, Godzilla has some sort of hatred for Japan. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
This one is Godzilla Returns.
Gabra foreshadowing.
Godzilla was supposed to be dead. It's like, who told you that?
Oh, right.
By the way, they cut that military scene out in the American version, didn't they?
Oh, by the way, hi, Dr. Sarazawa.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's totally him.
No, Nago, I think that whole military scene was still there.
It was still there in the American version.
I think a lot of them just have narration.
Yeah.
No.
Who took a picture of Godzilla doing a T-pose?
That's a good point.
All this media publicity.
I like that they don't. I like that they don't brush over. Like, why is Godzilla going to Japan? It's like, well, yeah, of course he is.
Godzilla Yaki.
I'm sick of Godzilla.
Yeah.
Godzilla kebabs.
Who do you think Mr. Taco's cellmate would be?
The cellmate?
Yeah, when he goes to prison after this.
Oh yeah, I know he's absolutely got arrested.
Oh my gosh.
Or he's like Ezra Miller saying, "You can't catch me when I'm in another universe."
Oh gosh.
I do think it's also kind of I think that I know it's supposed to be comedic, but I kind of like that it shows just how cutthroat and careless big businesses are when like a legitimate world, like a legitimate national threat is happening, and they're just sick of the news because it's overshadowing their news.
Hey, Harley.
Right.
You know how you were just talking about how like they immediately recognized Godzilla?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that one of the guys said, "Oh, Godzilla's awake," and the other guy immediately reacted in fear and turned around and questioned him about it.
Yeah. He's what? And then he goes, you know what? He's not here. It's not our problem.
Is that a snake? I think I see a snake.
I'm a snake.
It was just in the trees. I really like some of these the sets and the the matte paintings. Like,
oh yeah.
It's super good. Oh yeah, it's super good.
Many things I appreciate about this film.
Mm-hmm.
How many times have they used the set?
If I'm correct, I think there's a minor scene of Kong right here that gets taken away from the American version.
I do believe so,
it's a skull crawler.
Oh my god, it's Showa Doug. I'm part of the fandom because I know what that is.
What?
Oh, the giant lizard.
The remake.
That big ass sword he's carrying.
Yeah, see that brief shot where you could see Kong's arm.
Yeah.
That wasn't in the American cut.
No, it wasn't. No.
This lizard's empty. Yeet.
Oh no, his corns are acting up.
Yeah.
Corn. So does this movie imply that Khan can summon the lightning, or?
That's a great question, because it almost seemed like I don't think there's been any supplementary material that's pointed to that at all. Not that I recall, but the way the movie seems to be, it almost seems like he can.
I think it's more circumstantial. Like I think at least the island, it's more prone to thunderstorms. But
okay,
I think with the final battle, it was just pure luck.
Oh, okay. Right.
Oh, here comes the Chad, the big boy,
the big boy. Mm-hmm. Here goes a kid wanting to get drunk.
Is there a reason they store it next to the ocean? Does it just make it taste better?
Probably just convenient and out of the way, probably.
I mean, they live on an island, Nagoda. They kind of have no choice.
Right.
Hey, look, it's 2014 all over again. I could barely see Odaku.
Yeah.
It's also possible that part of the process for making the juice is how, like, kind of the salt of the air.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
No, I don't think so, but at the same time, yeah, exactly.
Maybe it's just colder.
Right. It's just so that way they could just destroy one building and not a bunch. But even though I think Udako kind of ran for just through a couple.
So yeah, this poor octopus that we're seeing destroy the village, it was a real octopus, and after they were done with all the location shooting, they ate it.
Yep.
Well, Tsuburaya ate one of the 4.
Well, yeah. The others were released, but there was one of them that was eaten.
The Tsuburaya was like, "Oh hell no, I'm having dinner, damn it."
Yeah.
Oh, it's not paying me much. I can't even buy 50 packs of cigarettes.
Yep, and apparently they were forced to move by blowing hot air on them, so that was the only way they could get them to move around the way they wanted to.
Never work with animals.
And actually, additional fun fact, which I'm pretty sure anyone who's seen a Wikizilla video would know this, but just in case you don't know, in case you're that weird, rare individual watching this,
why are you here?
When animators working on Davy Jones's tentacles in 2006 film Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest were having trouble finding footage of octopuses on land, animator supervisor Hall Hickel hit upon the idea of using giant octopus from this scene as a reference.
Really?
Yep.
Did you remember that all by yourself?
It's not like I totally don't have the like Wikizilla up right here in the back just to make myself smarter.
Oh yeah, that's another fun little gag I like in this version. Taco. Because that's the Japanese word for octopus, and they think Mr. Taco's here.
Oh, right.
And that's sadly been removed from the American version.
Right.
Okay. I was gonna see how many fucking flares are you throwing at this thing, damn it?
Wow, they're all scared by his chadness.
He just goes yeet.
I mean, in fairness, that's how all the Heisei monsters would react seeing Odaku.
That slimy boy. Yeah, actually, you know that octopuses produce like natural slime?
Yeah, I believe that.
They're basically big boogers.
Isn't that basically all like aquatic life kaiju X?
Maybe not all.
No. I don't think regular fish can produce a mucus-like substance.
Right.
Cool.
I think cephalopods usually have like.
Yeah, cephalopods are just weird.
Yeah.
And here comes one of the worst suits ever. I do not like Khan's suit at all. It's barely movable.
I have a soft spot for it. Like I have a really weird soft spot for this King Kong suit. It definitely looks like roadkill, don't get me wrong, but I kind of like it.
He's a chunky monkey.
Yeah. He's a
Kaiju X likes it because it reminds him of roadkill.
Well, yeah, and also he's like a big snub-nosed monkey.
Yeah. Man, this green screen effect, because they don't want to actually throw rocks at the octopus, is so bad.
Yeah, that's not the best.
I'd rather have a bad effect than the animal being harmed.
No. You are correct. You are correct. Oh my god, I didn't realize the duck was eye opened. Holy shit, that's terrifying.
Mm-hmm. I mean, at least they use the prop for like these kind of scenes.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, how did they like use a prop, or did they literally throw the octopus onto the suit?
Like this shot, that looks real.
I think when it's like the close up of Kong's face, it's the real octopus. But like with the further distance shots, oh, I think that was the real one right there. I think I can't tell.
Kong's like, all right, time to get wasted.
Udaku can only be beaten back by screen projected rocks.
I like how he throws his tentacle up like, forget you.
I don't want the damn juice anyways.
No, I think he got his fill. It's like, because he was on top of that house, so it's like, yeah, I think he got the juice.
How wasted do you think a human would get if they drank some soma?
I mean, they was able to knock out Kong, so.
Well, and he cured that one guy of his corn, so.
Oh yeah,
he never got it though.
He probably got it off screen.
He's gonna take a nap on the beach, man. That sand's gonna get everywhere.
Yep.
That's gonna get all up in his butt.
It definitely is.
I like how your first concern about Kong is him getting sand in his butt.
I mean, yeah. Do you want sand in your butt?
Well, yeah, I'm human, but I don't think Kong gives a shit.
That's fair.
He'd just scratch his ass and move on.
Yeah.
We already caught that in the new version, okay?
You know what's probably worse for Kong? He drank so much that he woke up on a raft.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. You woke up like, holy shit, what happened?
Yeah.
I how much did I drink last night? Wait.
Also, since Nagota's here, they need to show up Boopy.
Oh, take blast it. Oh yeah, it's there. It's King Kong's.
So he could say, every time.
If, we could actually see what the hell was going on, because I guess they don't want us to see the movie.
The real question is, how the heck did they move him onto our? How did they build a raft big enough to carry him?
Lots of hard work.
And he was still knocked out.
And they probably just kept feeding him the berry juice.
Maybe, but hot dang.
The real answer, the power of off-screen.
Fair enough.
And yep, one of the few tracks that was kept intact for the American version.
Thank goodness, it's a good track. Yeah, no, you can't. Yeah, no, this is a super good track. I'm so glad it was kept because it's one of the few things.
Imagine being Khan's suit actor and the instructor just lie there for like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
I mean that'd probably be the best suit acting job.
That's true. You'd be like, oh, thank God, I could take a nap.
All right.
Hooray!
The guy who suggested we should bring Kong home should be arrested too.
Yeah.
Because he could have just defied Taco's orders.
Yeah, he easily could have. We saw a big ape beat up a big octopus.
I want to know is how they get those shots of Khan.
Harley, they just had Kong laying there, and they got a camera and filmed it for a few seconds.
Even when he was holding a rock?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how movies are made, Harley. You just point a camera at something and you get it.
And then sometimes you layer him like film projection. There.
I like how they go, okay, which one's stronger? And someone immediately goes, that's stupid. What is this, wrestling match?
Yeah.
Do you think Toho will be so desperate that they'll make a little movie about that kid in the yellow and black shirt?
Yes.
Like that little statue.
Oh, probably.
I mean, it has to be the next Star Wars and Marvel. Yeah, before he retires to prison. I think Taco's a Nazi.
Oh gosh.
He said the title.
He said the title.
What are we, some kind of King Kong versus Godzilla? Oh, yep, little figurines.
Yes, Casual TNT, which we also brought with us.
I love how those two were standing outside for a second, and the next shot they're inside.
Yeah. Well, it's the power of off-screen, right?
That is true. I feel like those shots are misarranged. Like those two, like as toys, should have been standing out. Like that should have been like the first shot. Then
Yeah.
him getting lowered is the second, and then them running out is the third.
Oh yeah.
I think Toho just makes bad movies on purpose because of minor gripes like that.
Very minor gripes. That means the whole movie's bad. It's classic.
Yeah, it's ruined. I can't enjoy it because now I'm going to be thinking of that the whole time.
I do like that I do like though that the movie actually addresses the fact that they're doing this, and they're just like, "What the fuck? No, get out!"
Oh, right.
Like Japanese Navy is like the government's just like, "What? Why would you do that? Put him back!"
Right.
Yeah, put the monkey back.
Oh, it died. Oh, sure. Blame Godzilla.
Drugs beat Godzilla, according to them.
According to Mr. Taco.
Well, yeah, Nico, it's the only way the survivors of 54 could sleep. Oh no, waking up Kong is a lot easier than waking up a baby.
Fast freaking destroyer. Whoa. Look at that thing. That thing was just zooming. Oh gosh darn it. Oh great. We have a King Kong in this chat right now. Only when they're two women.
Newspaper. Show off your Nazi armband, Taco.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to smuggle an ape, you dumb ape.
Of King Kong's rights.
Yeah, what about King Kong's rights?
Yeah, the one who was knocked out and stolen, not of his own volition.
You got rid of a good plate of whatever that was.
Where was she bringing that?
It was like Cheramito cherries, I think.
I'm going to assume she was bringing either. I'm going to assume she was probably bringing it to a friend, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Looked like some sort of chicken, like orange chicken or something.
I don't know.
It looked tasty. That's why I was disappointed.
Oh, I love her. She's like, "Oh yeah, you going on vacation?" She goes, "No, it's because of Godzilla. We're leaving."
Who do you think would win in a fight, that kid or the kid from Guardian of the Universe who's playing with all the fish?
I think that kid got it. He wants to go see Godzilla.
Yeah.
I just can't believe like this woman who's been at home is like, "Why are you going somewhere?" And the other woman's like, "Cause of Godzilla."
Yeah.
She was too busy making that chicken she dropped.
Or whatever. I always thought it was cherries, but I don't know.
It looks more like orange chicken to me.
Yeah, it looks like it's some kind of.
It looks like
meat.
slop.
But it's a good slop.
There he is.
Dang, after destroying Sendai? I wish we could have seen that.
You're telling me you just want to watch monster fights this whole time?
Yes,
What are you, a fan?
a Godzilla fan with a tiny brain? What is this?
The American version had it right the whole time.
I will say, I like that the military guys are like, hey, don't actually aggravate the motherfucker. Let's just
Yeah.
help evacuation. Let's not make him mad.
Mhm.
If only they got the memo in later movies.
Yeah, pretty much. I like the train, the little train miniature. I always like that train.
It is awesome.
Mhm.
The good old days when Subaru had money to play with toys.
The good old days when Subaraya had money.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of asking grandma for it. You know, I think that shot is reused a couple times in this movie.
Oh, probably is. But
Probably, yeah.
It's a good shot.
Yeah, it's a good shot. But this was like when Toho had money. Could have filmed a new shot.
Cameraman, don't leave me behind.
Wait! I'm not done filming my scenes!
Yeah, this movie really brought in like the actual themes for Godzilla.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, I'm gonna faint.
I was gonna say, no wonder.
There it is again.
Yeah, that same shot.
Again, it's a really good shot.
How did she get separated
You
from the
know,
group?
that guy changes in the American version. Instead
Oh,
of him
really?
pleading for him to say "Don't go" in the American version, he says, "Hey, give me a ride."
Oh, yeah,
What?
that's right. That's right. Forgot about that.
Where the hell is she running?
I mean,
Oh, I don't know. Maybe because there's a giant monster behind her.
So
Don't you know?
curious how she got separated from the big group.
right.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, where the hell is... That's why I asked, where the hell is she going?
Don't you know
Clearly not with the herd.
Don't you know Godzilla's always been interested in women? It wasn't a sea monster thing.
Are you telling me this whole movie is just Godzilla and Kong fighting over that woman?
Yeah. She makes a better love interest than Mickey.
Yeah.
I kind of like the fact that they're staying put. It's like they're not trying to they're not like trying to force it.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
they're smart. If they try to drive, Godzilla will probably spot them.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, it's surprisingly a very small detail I didn't like pick up on. That it's like, oh,
According to the UN, if Godzilla stays alive, the world dies.
Yeah.
I don't like how they remember something that kind of worked in the first movie to buy him some time with the faults.
Yeah.
And I
And
know
then
in
it's like-
Mothra versus Godzilla, they still remember that, but the only reason that failed is because they got too cocky and decided
Yeah.
to up it
Yeah.
when they should have just taken their time in killing him.
Do you think they actually would have killed him if they had electrocuted him that properly?
Yeah, I think they would have. Again, like I said,
possible.
the only reason why it failed is because they got too cocky, and I think Honda made that perfectly clear in that scene.
You said cocky. I think they got too eager. They're like, okay, we got him. Go, 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 go.
I mean, yeah, kind of same difference, really. It's just sort of like it was like we're so close. Do it, do it, do it, do it, and they failed. So
Yeah, I think they were. It's like Sturgeon's law. Anything that could go wrong will go wrong.
Got a fucking umbrella.
Yeah.
Kong's addicted. Mr. Talk is trying to break him out of his drug habit. Okay, who didn't install that properly?
Yeah, I know, right?
Why is no one holding Taco back?
Yeah, that's the point. The crew are just kind of standing there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure none of them want to see Kong free.
Yeah. Actually doing the sensible thing.
Also, how are these two such bad shots?
I mean, to be fair, rough waves in a moving monster.
Oh, okay, that is fair.
Yeah, no, I like the explosion too. It's like, ooh.
Wow, Kaiju, did you really have to mansplain it?
Yeah,
you thought King Kong was ugly before? Look at him now.
Oh man. But yeah, I like that when like there's legitimate danger, everyone's like, okay, no, Mr. Taco, this isn't worth it.
Oh wow, it's that famous shot from that famous movie, King Kong versus Ibarra.
Right.
Bro, they got one of the Gargantua on set for a moment. Look at this.
Yeah.
Even before they were created.
So yeah, in this movie, King Kong can actually swim. Despite the fact, he's an ape and they can't swim.
Well, King Kong gives the middle finger and swims away.
Here's a fun fact. A lot of this construction stuff was used for that famous movie, Godzilla vs. Gigan. That movie barely didn't have any stock footage.
Wait, really?
Yeah, some of this was used when they were constructing World's Children's Fair.
Oh, no kidding.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah, some of the close-ups.
Oh, no kidding. Huh. That's actually really cool.
You know what would have been funny if Godzilla didn't follow that course, meaning this was all for nothing.
Yeah, right. Like that's really, really hard. I do like that they go, okay, we actually have a plan to lure him here at least. They're not just praying that he will.
Oh, right, because the fire was used to deter him to the site as opposed to just
they literally say they're using a trail of gasoline to light on fire and lure him in, basically.
Yeah. That's so weird.
The plan was to drop him in a ditch with dynamite and poison gas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now they're like, okay, Khan's here, by the way.
Look at that funky monkey raising his arms. His extremely long arms.
Don't worry, they'll shrink at some point.
Did they ever explain, like, out of universe, why Kong's arms are so long in certain shots?
I think it's just
2 suits.
Yeah, 2 suits. It's basically just like one version is just trying to make King Kong more realistic, and the shorter arms are just used for like more mobility for the actor.
It's probably for convenience.
Yeah. So they did the same trick in King Kong Escapes, where it's like, I think in Escapes it's much more obvious because it's like I think they're just more non-fighting scenes with Kong, so it's just kind of obvious when his arms start like extending and retracting, basically.
Fun fact, this is the original Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah theme.
Yeah, I was actually just about to point that one out, but yeah, like this is like would later go on to be used in King Ghidorah. So, but yeah,
Or Akira Ifukube, forced to remix his own theme for a mediocre movie.
And Khan's puffing his tits out.
Fuck, come to think of it, Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah used a lot of themes from older movies. Like the sad Daimajin theme. That was reused for Shindo and the Godzilla scenes.
Oh yeah, that's right. I mean, it's like the Candy Kong's theme was used for Mechagodzilla 2.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think even the Natragon theme was used in there for Garuda, I believe.
All right. I mean, that kind of makes sense. I'm sure if Kube was up there in age, so it's just like, yeah. I mean, it's a nice updated version of those songs at least. So
I love that when Godzilla fires the atomic ray, Khan's just like, oh shit.
And kids, I don't mind updated remixes. I'm joking. I don't want to see in those 1 to 2 comments about how I'm being an asshole again.
Well, the good news is you probably won't see them because isn't this probably going to be on my channel?
Yeah, it's going to be online. That's why I said 1 to 2 comments.
Fair enough.
I'm on fire.
Seems Godzilla is stronger. Said the whole fan base.
Well, shit.
They only watched this first fight, and that's why people are in denial.
But Kaiju X, don't you know Toho is also in denial because remember that certification that came out a few years ago? Even though they clearly said it was a draw back in the day. Kong won back in the day. They're now saying it's a draw.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, back in the heyday, they said Kong clearly won, but a few years back they released a certification. A lot of us smart folk hit Kong when they asked who won at the end of this movie. We all hit Kong. But we all got that answer wrong because apparently it's a tie now.
Oh, right. Okay.
Which is really bizarre.
Mm-hmm. It's still go ahead.
Well, when clearly Kong's the only one who surfaced, Godzilla's heck in Mothra vs. Godzilla, they've said Godzilla's been unconscious for those past few years.
Dang, was that actually stated in Mothra?
I think so because his body clearly washes up.
Yeah, I just thought he was asleep.
I always interpreted it as Godzilla being unconscious.
Right.
Again, it makes no sense because they're implying, since Godzilla's free, he could attack at any moment. So why didn't he in those past 2 years between those 2 movies? He had to be unconscious.
Yeah, I always interpreted it as he was just recovering from the fight.
Right, which is fair.
This is like the first because think of it from Godzilla's perspective. He fought in Garrus in like a death battle in Osaka, got frozen immediately. Then when he woke up, like immediately after that, he got into another fight.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing though. It's like after he's freed from the iceberg, he immediately starts attacking Japan.
Yeah.
Like he was pretty ready for a fight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he was ready for another monster to fight though.
I think he was pretty ready.
Once he woke up.
Damn it. Bacon's not here because I could have explained to him. See, now, bacon, that's not gasoline they're pouring. That's just water.
You see, Bacon, water is something you drink.
But is it distilled water or drinking water?
Tap or no tap. Oh, look, same footage.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. You'll wake up Gamera.
Yeah. I like this fire effect too.
Mm-hmm.
Where just like a river on fire is actually kind of a really cool visual.
Oh no, this whole sequence is really good.
Mm-hmm. I still find it weird that they're like guiding Godzilla because of fire, even though I'm sure he could. I know it's the suit thing, but it's like
no, it's not. It's something that's based on the previous movie. He's attracted to the lights.
Yeah.
Oh right, yeah.
That was the reason why. That was the reason why Godzilla went to Osaka. Remember the fire
Yeah,
happened?
the fire.
But
Yeah.
in Godzilla vs. Megalon, he was clearly hiding with Jet Jaguar from the flame of fire, or the circle of fire.
PTSD.
He's like, I don't know if I'm afraid or I like fire.
But yeah, there's following up on the movie. Yeah, the Lord Godzilla with fire worked last time.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, didn't think of it that way.
You know, you think the reason Godzilla didn't do anything to the fire in versus Megalon is because he was waiting for a pit to drop into?
That actually might be a good point.
Because he was looking around a lot in that pit, in that circle of fire.
He was like, "Oh, I'm not falling down this time, damn it!
I'm gonna hitch a ride on Jet Jaguar and float over the fire to make sure I don't fall into a ditch."
Also, imagine Godzilla falling and goes, "Oh shit!" Like he dropped.
This is the moment where they all said, what have we become?
I like that they don't assume they won right away, just in case.
Right.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. That wasn't gonna work.
Yeah. Like how they didn't expect him to actually know how to climb, apparently.
Right.
It's not that unreasonable. He is like a sea-based creature. It's like, why would they assume he can climb his way out of a giant hole they dug, right? I'm here now. So, what do you think they did with Anguirus' remains?
Oh, like they did with Gomer and the two-parter, desecrated it by putting them in a museum.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Do you really think that there's a museum in Japan that just has a giant ass skeleton of Anguirus?
I mean, according to the Heisei series, they built a museum around the footprint.
Yeah, and they sold all of its flesh to Nagoda so he could eat it.
They either sold the flesh or they taxidermied the whole creature.
Well, in fairness, with the footprint for Biollante, that was more of a memorial lounge.
Yeah.
For people to cope. That wasn't really like, oh, look, kids, that's the monster who killed 50 people in this attack.
Right.
I love how this guy's like, yeah, we should. They're like, we don't want to evacuate. We're promised together. And he's like, what? Are you stupid?
That's like how certain people don't evacuate in forest fires.
Yeah.
It's just a Godzilla attack.
He's like, where am I?
What the hell's going on here?
See, this is another reason why I wish Bacon was here, so I could explain to him why Godzilla gets hurt by electricity in certain cases and why he doesn't. Because I could say artificial lightning hurts him, but natural lightning doesn't hurt him because he's being blessed by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Best explanation I've heard in a while. It's better in my head canon. Oh, go ahead.
I've just always assumed that at some point he was just able to build up a natural tolerance for it.
That's what that was kind of my thought too.
Yeah,
it's just pretty much like because it's like, to be fair, it's not like he was weak to lightning when he built the tolerance to it. So it's like, oh, that makes sense.
No, but he was still clearly bothered by it the first two times. But after, because I think Mothra's antenna shot lightning.
She doesn't have that in the show series.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking I know for a fact he was fine, but he was less bothered by it by the time Ghidorah was shooting him with lightning.
Right.
No,
Well,
you
those are
see,
gravity beams.
by the time
Well, those are gravity beams, but
the reason
Oh,
he
I'm
was so
sorry. The giant yellow lightning-looking attack isn't lightning.
exactly.
Yeah, they're not. It's
It's
not lightning.
Then
it's
what is
not
it?
natural lightning; it's alien lightning.
Harley, no one knows, but it's not lightning.
Oh,
I'm sorry. He shoots bioelectricity from his mouth.
we'll accept that.
you mean it's not like Zone Great where he can suddenly just shoot a lightning bolt and almost kill himself?
Oh yeah.
And here
Munch.
comes the first new. Here comes the only time Khan's ever liked electricity.
Right.
Because Toho's like, oh shit, we gotta give him something to help against Godzilla.
Right. Which I mean, famously, this movie was repurposed from a Frankenstein script. Though, oh man, I'll admit the story's a little because it's like I hear a couple different versions where it's like King Kong versus Frankenstein that was then repurposed into King Kong versus Godzilla.
What
I believe.
what would they have done with Frankenstein though? Because I don't think they would they still have had him be on Faroe Island?
Right, like because I think. I mean, fair. I mean, like to be fair, it was just sort of like whatchamacallit, the produce. I can't. It was a producer. Let's see. There was Willis O'Brien who wanted King Kong versus Frankenstein. John Beck, I think that was the name of the producer. Beck.
I love how they're like, "Hey, Mr. Scientist, was that thing we literally just saw possible?"
Right.
I was kind of hoping he'd be like, "Dude, it's a giant gorilla. What do you want from me, man?"
Right.
You have eyes. I don't know what's like. What do you want from me?
Yeah. But for yeah, no. John Beck basically sold basically was looking for people to like produce the movie, and so he outsourced it to Toho, in which they basically Toho was interested, but I think Toho was more keen on like let's add Godzilla.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Toho was like, "Hey, what if we do it with our monster Godzilla?" And it was like, "That's perfect."
Yeah, even though
because I'm pretty sure if they said no to Godzilla, they would have been like, "Oh, fine."
right, or something like that. It was all done without O'Brien's consent, so he was not happy with that.
So Brian doesn't actually own the movie, so
right.
that's not really his call to make.
Aren't figuring out Kong's rights really fun and not
Yeah.
tiresome?
Yeah. Lady.
I can't see shit from this mask.
Yeah. And people died on that train.
Kong is the hero of this movie.
Yeah. That's a big woman. God dang.
Okay, Ditto.
I think Ditto wishes this whole scene would be remade, but him as the girl and Mount Lady as Kong.
I'm surprised they haven't made a kind of reference to that in Hero Aka. That seems like the kind of thing the author would do.
That would be perfect.
It'd be
hilarious.
Like, okay, the way I'm imagining it, Mount Lady is doing like a fun photo shoot, but instead of pounding her chest, she's like wiggling her boobies.
Right.
Because, it's Mount Lady. Like, I'm sorry, oh, wait, no, I can't talk about that, can I?
No leaking government secrets.
All right, fine.
I did that today.
I won't leak about how Khan slapped his ass.
Remember the good old days when Godzilla vs. Kong was about to come out and Kaiju X didn't want us to say anything about Kong scratching his ass, even though we all saw it in the trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's right.
Why were you so anal, Kaiju X?
Literally.
No, I remember.
I can be a little overly cautious, all right?
I remember I posted like a like a Renaissance painting and her woman's breasts were out, and you were like, "No!" I'm like,
Oh
"Bro,
yeah, that's right. Yeah, that was definitely a different time. That was definitely different.
I'm like, Kaiju X, you're actually like Marge Simpson and wants to put pants on the statue right now.
You also banned either the Rampage or the Primal Rage monsters.
It was
kids.
no.
Rage,
It was the
Primal
Primal Rage. One of the Primal Rage monsters because one of them farts.
Farts and peas, yeah.
You're like, no, and then everyone was like, "Bro, this is dumb."
Oh lordy, yeah.
Also, remember when Greyshot said we couldn't have Kong use sign language, and then there was a TV spot showing him use sign language.
Oh my god!
Urban?
I'm sure he was so mad about that.
Oh lordy. Oh right. Uh, Ferrolicto was, I think, the name of the fruit. Because Soba's just an American thing.
Oh, no
Yes.
one calls it that though.
Right. Yeah, no, that's just
It's just easier to remember.
Oh yeah, Soma's a lot easier to remember. For sure. Because it's like Ferrolicto or whatever. It's just like, huh? What? Yeah.
I'm ferro-lactose intolerant. Thank you very much.
Yay!
Yeah, she's having a nap. She's tired.
He's like, booba.
Stop touching your nipples, Con. Jesus, it's weird.
Wow, this whole scene pays off because of that one small shot that was added at the very beginning where the Corns guy played the drums.
Right. It's like
and totally didn't feel awkward.
Right. I had always seen it as like, oh, he just remembered the island, like the island song, which is sort of like, okay, that's random, but okay. But it's like, yeah, totally. Like the fact that it's like he naturally plays the drums is like
he plays the drums, and then he saw the Islanders lull Khan to sleep, basically.
Yeah,
it's like he used his brain. That wasn't the size of a peanut.
He's got that monkey brain.
Oh yeah, apparently, if I remember right, I think it's some of Kong's rights. They state that Kong has to climb buildings.
Really?
I do believe so. Yeah,
there has to at least be one scene where he climbs something.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
They made a compromise where he just takes one step on a building.
I mean, this is basically the compromise
because this is basically it. Yeah,
because Japan doesn't actually have any large buildings, so it's like, just put them on the tallest thing we got.
I mean, it's a Tokyo Tower, but like that.
No, that was probably too complex for them.
No, right, they did it in King Kong or King Kong Escapes.
Yeah, they do it in King Kong Escapes, but it's like, to be fair, that's a smaller Kong. So, or at least it's supposed to be smaller Kong. So it's like where this is a bigger Kong. So
Kaiju X, they had a 20-meter Gorosaurus stand next to a 50-meter Godzilla.
Fair enough.
That doesn't matter.
You are completely right.
I will say I really like the drums in this section.
Oh heck yeah!
Like I really like that he's trying really hard to remember how they played it.
See that man sweat.
So, like, are they pumping in the chanting, or is that just Khan imagining that part?
I think it's just magic.
I think they have they said they got a recording of it.
Yeah. Because that's why they have the speakers.
Okay.
I thought the speakers were for the drums.
I mean, they could be, but it's like I think they mentioned something about a recording, which I mean they could have done while building the raft. So
that's true, but can you imagine if she was crushed in his hand upon that happened?
Oh gosh, that would have been more. It's like, oh, we should have thought of this better.
Either crushed in the hand or accidentally let her go.
Right.
But I do want to ask, if they got a recording of them singing, wouldn't that have also meant they got a recording of the drums?
They probably would have, but playing it live emphasizes it.
Okay, because
you trace it. You trace it.
Because either they got a recording of the whole thing and he doesn't need a drum, or they're only doing the drums and the chanting is just kind of like not needed.
Right.
Maybe he just wanted an excuse to play the drums.
Yeah, that could be it.
It cured him of his corns.
Yeah.
Oh no, she's got monkeypox.
Instead of rhythmic tribal drumming, Khan falls asleep to death metal.
That'd be funny.
So you just see the guy hammering furiously on a drum set in the suit and tie.
This is how you get Godzilla and Kong to leave Japan right away. You just blast Linkin Park.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Hey, it's Professor Yamane.
Oh yeah, totally
my
is.
god.
That is weird. Not seeing it without the mustache is so weird.
God,
he also looks chunkier.
Yeah, he does look like he put on some weight. I mean, I imagine when you're on the Toho payroll, you get good work.
Hey, don't insult someone's body. He works hard. Okay,
I'm not saying salty. I'm just saying you're right. He does look like he put on weight.
I want you two to be canceled.
Oh, okay.
Right.
It was nice knowing you, Harley.
Yeah, it was nice knowing you. There's the military march.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the military march got its start a little sooner. I thought or maybe it was in this movie.
No, because it was in the original movie.
Right.
Yes.
And this is, I think, just a reprise. This is just a different version of it.
Right.
I just know this movie introduces a lot of like themes in general.
Oh yeah,
there's dancing.
No. Like Godzilla's like iconic theme was in this movie, but the military march. This is all like this. Like this is the first time the military march is in the movie.
Right. I'm trying to remember.
I think this rendition was the first time he's used.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the
original.
This isn't
the 54 one.
This isn't the original military march. This is a different version of it.
I could have sworn the Mysterians also brought in a couple of themes too. I thought. I could be wrong.
I know Varen used a lot of themes, or a lot of themes were reused from that movie.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Toho's like, okay, this man's made like songs for 10 movies. We can just pay him royalties now and never have to work again.
You know what would suck?
What?
If I somehow made us all decide to watch Varen for this shit.
I mean, I'd watch it. Because I've never actually seen Varan, is the thing.
You're lucky then. It is terrible.
I don't remember much of that movie.
It is
the only
painful 78 minutes.
The best part is that first minute with the OST. That OST is really the first track is really good. Everything else after that is kind of mid.
Yeah, I'd say the whole soundtrack's pretty good. It's just the rest of the movie's garbage.
Wasn't there something about butterflies in the Varan movie?
Oh yeah,
that was only in the first act though. Then it was dropped.
Yes, I think they say that they found Siberian butterflies where Varan was.
Right, but that doesn't really factor in any big way.
I remember I wrote a story a long time ago. I think it's lost now. I don't think anyone saved it. Where Varan was somewhere in Russia because of Siberia.
Oh,
because I got the inference that like he, at some point he was in Siberia and moved to where he was.
Yeah,
that's my headcanon now. Varen is an escaped convict of the Gulag. Man, Khan's a deep sleeper.
Yeah.
I always thought those sideways distant shot of Kong kind of remind me of the 33 look.
Oh yeah, it totally does.
Yeah, no, it absolutely does.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that the same puppet they use for the stop motion bits?
I think so.
Hey.
Or at least they purposely angled the suit the suit to look like that.
Right. Also, I'm surprised Mechagodzilla wasn't constructed out of this wire. like a stronger than steel metal? What is
Dude, that's more
But-
durable than the actual
A
legendary
Kaiju X.
Godzilla.
This wire is not from space.
Has this wire actually made another appearance in the KWC?
in the KWC?
Yeah,
yeah,
has there actually been a KWC that actually brings up this like extremely durable but
there was
soft as
No
silk,
one but
stronger
me
than
tends to
steel.
use any of the random Toho
Right.
inventions.
There-
Hardly.
there- there's
Oh,
only
fair.
one. There's
One of the
only
best
one. Oh, hang
fights
on.
of
Oh, go ahead.
one of the best fights in the whole franchise.
Oh,
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
This is like unquestionably a fun fight. But you were saying Kaiju X?
Yeah, I know. I was going to say there was at least one KWC where they have the King Kong arrive by balloon.
Yeah, I
But
know.
as far as, like,
I know that, but
right. But other than that, I don't think that part's been like utilized much. So
Whee! Imagine being Godzilla just violently thrown down a mountain like
Did
that.
he just scratch his butt right there?
Yeah, he did.
Oh my goodness.
I guess we got to cancel this movie too, Kaiju X.
Oh no, Godzilla, watch out. He's got the high ground.
Those poor houses.
That
Like-
poor
like-
little village.
Like, yeah, like probably about 12 people live there, and Khan tramples on like the only house there.
Again, he's the hero of the movie, folks.
Right. Oh lordy.
I always admired that village, though.
Yeah, I know. The weird, real question is why is that village on Mount Fuji? I'm pretty
It's
sure
probably a
Mount Fuji.
shrine.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
it's
probably.
more than likely a shrine of some sort. Because
Right, 'cause
I
there
mean,
was
I
the,
don't think
there was
I
the
don't think it's
Torii game.
illegal. I don't think it's illegal to live on Mount Fuji. Just
No,
no one does.
I thought it was illegal to like travel Mount Fuji. I thought.
Is it?
I remember one time my parents like went to Mount Fuji, and then when they got back, they like just started like rolling away in the car as the police arrived.
Oh,
Oh,
shit.
Yeah,
Well, they're lucky SOBs for getting to go.
yeah.
yeah, that's true. I've heard some pretty bad things about the Japanese police.
Mhm.
Now spread them, Godzilla.
Oh gosh, rock.
Yeet,
Kick.
yeet.
Oh my god.
This is so much brighter.
With this bad transfer, he uses a purple atomic ray.
Whoa!
Foreshadowing of Zone Fighter.
Right? Yeah, no, it's super bright now. What is this inconsistent transfer?
I mean, at least I can see the fucking fight now.
Yeah, I know, right? Boom!
I love that Godzilla claps like an asshole.
All right.
Oh, he's enjoying this.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I think my favorite Showa Godzilla characterization is not when he's pure evil. He's just a douchebag.
Yeah.
Like when I point out and Ghidorah threw at a monster, he and Rodan don't give a damn that Ghidorah's there. They're just fighting each other instead.
Yeah.
They didn't even have a good reason to fight. They just saw each other and started fighting.
Yeah, I know exactly. Like I'm pretty sure they just had beef for some reason. Yeet.
Right. Oh, this is such a fun fight. My
Yeet.
goodness.
They should have had tiny little Rodans flying around his head.
I was in the constant idiot. He threw the rock and then just somehow did two somersaults and face planted in the rock.
The rock was probably just too heavy for him.
Oh, lordy.
He's like, all right, I'm out.
Oh, the fight's over already.
You know, Mr. Taco, your sponsor stinks.
Yeah. The world's right. Godzilla is better.
I love how even Godzilla's looking down like, was that it?
Right.
You know, something I always kind of liked about both this and Godzilla vs. Kong is how they kind of made that false alternate ending myth true. Because but in reverse. In this version, Kong wins, but in the American movie, Godzilla wins.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of an interesting twist on it.
Right.
Kangaroo kick.
Oh, look, it's the
Boom.
one shot Harryhausen liked of the whole Godzilla franchise because it was stop motion.
Right. Technically second shot, because the first one was with the Gakko.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, look, at least Godzilla's nice enough to give him a burial.
See, I would argue that wasn't even a kangaroo kick, but whatever.
Right, but Big Plus, I still have a soft spot for this King Kong.
Oh, yeah, I do too. It's great.
Oh, yeah.
But the 67 version? Oh, no.
Yeah, he's really making sure Kong stays down this time.
Yeah. And this is how you solidify it with an atomic ray.
I mean, yeah, Khan doesn't really have an answer to that.
He'll be a half-baked gorilla.
Excel for Kong.
They relate
Oh,
the
what
lightning to Popeye.
What? Okay, I do not remember that.
Yeah,
What
see,
the-
this is why I was confused when I wrote Khan versus Jet Jaguar and you had to be glowing because like he only does that like once.
I mean,
Like
it's
he's not
I think it's only glowing when the lightning actually strikes him. You don't
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
have it the whole time.
Yeah.
but that's kind of what you told me that had to happen for the match though.
Right. Well, I mean, like, I never meant it in a permanent sense, just at least once or something. Like, I think I may have phrased it in a way that's like add it, but it was like it was definitely more so for the banner and just for the sake of accuracy. Like,
here comes the most iconic scene in the movie: "Eat your vitamins, tree missile."
Oh yeah.
You know, I'm surprised that gag was the only thing from this movie that was reused in Godzilla vs. Kong. Not the red berry chase, not like and all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm perfectly fine with the fact that it's just one.
Yeah,
can you imagine if they gave Legendary Khan the lightning hands?
Golly.
Because I remember we were talking if that does happen, we were gonna retire Showa-Kon.
All right. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, that flip that Kong did to Godzilla right there was done with Haru Nakajima in the suit and without strings. That was a natural performance from Kong's actor.
Massive, impressive amount of strength.
Yeah. Impressive strength and just impressive for the guy in the Godzilla suit. Because I imagine that's terrible.
Right.
I'm pretty sure it's a vacation compared to getting his balls blown off.
Yeah,
that's true.
And there's the iconic shot of the two puppets battling it out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's just me playing in the front yard with my figures.
Yeah.
And thus, here comes the second in a long-standing tradition of the pagoda being destroyed.
Actually, there's an interesting thing about that pagoda. It's the Atami Plaza, and recently they started doing festivals there, like showing movies like that have all taken place there, like this movie, that one episode of Ultraman with the the little wish thing that turned into a
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And then in some cases they even showed Gamera 2.
Wow.
No kidding.
Yeah, so it's like a little festival that's held a couple days.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And there was
it seems like a chill kind of like festival that I would love to go.
Right. I mean, I think it helps that they're celebrating it being in the movie. Most of the kaiju stuff is because I guess it destroyed a lot.
Oh, right. Isn't that Atami thing like there was some kind of deal with like some kind of a sequel, like some kind of like what was it called? Hang on. Escape the Hotel with Godzilla approaching from
that escape room.
Yeah, that escape room thing, which is treated as a sequel to this movie.
There they go.
Heck yeah.
And the design looks like a legendary Heisei hybrid, not the Showa version for some reason.
Yeah, something like that.
Even though everything's retro these days.
I can't wait to add that fucking escape room Godzilla to the KWCE then.
A moment that divided a nation.
Whoa.
Because man-children and literal children cannot accept the fact that Godzilla lost for once.
You see, the reason is, it isn't Godzilla that has a brain the size of a pea, it's his fans.
You're not wrong.
That statement is about as true as Star Wars fans being assholes.
Yeah.
And that statement is as true as true.
Absolutely.
But yeah, speaking of which, that maneuver where Kong and Godzilla fell into the water, I'm pretty sure there was a point where Nakajima like bonked his head.
Oh, yeah, I don't doubt that.
Was like rendered unconscious if memory serves. Yeah. Oh.
But thankfully, I believe they were paid. Both suit actors were paid very well compared to the other movies.
I would hope so.
For sure.
But guys, it's a tie, even though Godzilla doesn't show up.
Right.
It's all dead. It's like, oh, well.
Remember when this movie was supposed to kickstart Kong's franchise and supposed to permanently retire Godzilla?
Wait, what? I didn't know that.
Yeah, apparently that's like a rumor how this Toho wanted to keep making Kong movies and they wanted to make this as a farewell to Godzilla.
What?
Wow. What the heck?
I don't know, I could be wrong.
That sounds
one of the two comments could tell me how wrong I am. And like Kong, we are all gonna swim away from this commentary in a few seconds.
All right.
This has been the better version of the monkey and the lizard fighting. We will see you next time, whenever that will be.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Oh, fuck you.